Who are the strongest fighters in the Seven Kingdoms of Westeros? In the north we have Greatjon Umber. The Greatjon was Robb Stark's right hand. Robb and Catelyn refer to him as fearless. He is one of the largest and strongest men anywhere in the north, and tough as nails to boot. The Greatjon has 2 of his fingers torn off by Grey Wind, and whereas most men would scream in agony or order their men to kill the wolf, Umber simply laughs it off and becomes even more loyal to Robb. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and also click on the notification bell to remain updated. Next we have the Iron Islands, with the strongest being Victarion Greyjoy. Of all the Greyjoys, Victarion is certainly the most martially accomplished. While Balon was ruling from the Seastone Chair and Euron was off doing who knows what in Valyria, Victarion was the captain of the Iron Fleet. He's an accomplished raider, unbelievably strong, and brave to the point of stupidity. He fights on board ships while wearing full plate armor. Third we have the Riverlands, with Brynden Tully being the greatest. Brynden Tully, also known as the Blackfish, is certainly the best fighter in the Riverlands. He is a paragon of courage and determination in the War of the Five Kings, holding Riverrun against Jaime Lannister, and even considers dueling the Kingslayer in single combat. Even after Riverrun falls, the Blackfish escapes and is still at large somewhere in the Seven Kingdoms. In the Vale we have Bronze Yohn Royce. Bronze Yohn is an interesting pick, because we haven't seen him do much fighting in the books so far. However, his reputation certainly precedes him. He's fought in and won many tourneys in the past, and despite his advanced age is still respected. He's renowned for wearing ancient bronze armor as opposed to more common steel. This, to me, is a tip-off of his skill. If he can maintain a reputation as a skilled warrior while intentionally using inferior equipment, he must have quite a bit of talent. In the Westerlands, we have Jaime Lannister, the infamous Kingslayer. Before losing his hand, Jaime was almost certainly the best swordsman in the Seven Kingdoms. He remarks to himself in the first book that although there are men stronger than him, he makes up for it with speed and skill. Jaime is also fairly skilled with a lance. He's won tourneys and placed 4th in the Hands Tourney. If I had to pick an overall winner between the fighters on my list, I suspect Jaime would come out on top. The Stormlands has Robert Baratheon as their greatest fighter. Robert doesn't come across so well in the books, because he's way past his prime. In his peak, however, Robert may well have been among the greatest warriors in the Seven Kingdoms. He was the leader of the rebellion against the Targaryens, and was the one who slew Raygar on the Trident. Even in a Game of Thrones, gone to seed and drunk, Robert is still desperate to fight. He insists on fighting in the melee at the Hands Tourney and has to be talked out of it by Ned Stark. Although he's better known as a king, Robert will always be a fighter first and foremost. In the Reach we have Loras Tyrell, probably the best juicer in the Seven Kingdoms. Loras won a tourney prior to the events of A Game of Thrones, unhorsing Jaime Lannister. He came in second in the Hands Tourney, conceding to the Hound after Sandor defended him from Rhaegar Clegane. He's also appointed to 2 different Kingsguards, Renly and Joffrey, and selected to lead the attack on Dragonstone. Next we have Dorne. In Dorne, Oberyn Martell has it all. The man who slew the mountain. Oberyn is the most famous man in Dorne, the most popular, and almost certainly the best fighter. He was the only person brave enough to battle Rhaegar Clegane in single combat, and very nearly won. If he hadn't gloated and gotten distracted, he would almost certainly have survived to see Elia avenged. Probably top 10 in Westeros. Braavos had Syrio Farrell as their greatest fighters. As Syrio himself would be happy to admit, he isn't the fastest man in Braavos, nor the strongest. However, he is still first sword to the Sea Lord. Why? Because he sees what other men do not. This skill is an enormous asset to any fighter, and Syrio makes great use of it. In A Game of Thrones, he defeats 5 fully armed Lannister guardsmen simultaneously, with no weapons other than a wooden practice sword. That may be one of the most astonishing displays of martial skill shown by any character in the series. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.